How to make her want you more. 12 plus proven psychology tips. As I discussed in my previous video on how to build attraction with a woman, the key to increasing her interest lies in how you handle her uncertainty. Human psychology tells us that when something requires effort or work to obtain, it naturally becomes more desirable. Think of it like this: if a prize is easy to grab, people don't value it as much. But if it's hidden or requires some effort to uncover, it feels more rewarding. However, it's important to acknowledge a common misconception: you won't be able to attract every woman you meet. Many so-called experts in the dating world claim you can charm anyone, but that's simply not true. Let's be realistic. Some women will never be interested in you, and that's okay. There are countless reasons for this. She might identify as a lesbian, be going through a tough time emotionally or mentally, be in a committed relationship, or simply not feel a connection to you. Life is complicated, and people's moods, circumstances, and priorities change constantly. So, what do you do when faced with this reality? For the women who are interested, you need to already have a baseline level of attraction. Think of it as a 6 or 7 out of 10 on a scale. If she's already at that level, your actions can amplify her desire. But if she's not even close, no amount of effort will create interest from scratch. Before diving into specific strategies, let's cover a few foundational tips. First, pay attention to this. No matter what a woman says she's looking for, whether it's a casual fling or something serious, she's still subconsciously evaluating you for long-term potential. This isn't something she's consciously aware of. It's just part of how our brains are wired. We're naturally inclined to seek stability and compatibility, even if we're not actively thinking about it. Understanding this helps you approach interactions with clarity and avoid frustration when things don't go as planned. Even if it's just a one-night stand, because she's much younger, or not ready for anything serious, she's still evaluating you for a long-term relationship in some way. This leads me to my next point. If she's promiscuous or a gold digger, she might ignore her instincts to assess long-term potential for short-term pleasure. If she does this and you're actually looking for something potentially long-term, she's not the right person to invest in beyond short-term fun, because she's probably not ready for a real relationship, or is emotionally damaged. Check out my video on that for signs. The next tip is that what happens after the first meeting is more important than just the first meeting because, again, she's evaluating you, and the more information you provide that helps her decide to pursue you, the more likely she is to go for you. Next tip. Understanding a woman's psychology is not the same as playing immature mind games. No one likes games unless you're a gamer. Next tip. The more space you give, the more she'll chase and want what she's chasing. This brings us to the concept that scarcity equals value. If something is abundant and easily accessible, its value decreases. So, if you're less available, you automatically increase your value. The next tip is that she can sense the intentions behind your actions. She may not be able to articulate them, but she can feel and sense your motives, what you want, and how desperate you are for it. This will trigger an internal reaction in her to either chase you more or pull back. It's like the law of polarity, or an elastic band. If you pull away, she'll snap back towards you. If you chase her, there's no tension, and she'll automatically resist you. So, here's the thing. Trying to actively pursue someone with the intention of making them want you can actually backfire. Instead, the key is to let your actions be guided by your genuine feelings of desire, rather than any specific expectation of a result, like hoping she'll want you in return. When you do things simply because you enjoy them in the moment, it creates a more natural and authentic connection. This approach also allows her the space to take the lead and chase you, which can be incredibly powerful. Before we dive into the specifics of how to make her want you more, here's an important tip. If you feel like she's out of your league, she'll likely pick up on that vibe and feel the same way. To avoid this, you need to shift your mindset. Believe wholeheartedly that she's not only within your reach, but that you're the one in the position of choosing whether she's a good match for you. When you embody this confidence, she'll naturally respond to it. It's also important to keep your options open. Having other connections or potential relationships in your life ensures you don't feel a sense of scarcity. This mindset helps you avoid putting too much pressure on one person, which can make you come across as desperate or overly eager. Remember, people are often more drawn to something they can't easily attain, so maintaining a sense of abundance in your dating life is key. Now, before we get into the 5 specific strategies to make her want you more, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss out on future episodes of Just the Tip Tuesday. Alright, let's get into the first tip. This might sound counterintuitive, but here it goes. You want to place her in the friend zone, but with a twist. By doing this, you're creating a dynamic where she's no longer seeing you as just another potential romantic interest. Instead, you're building a connection that's light-hearted and fun, while still maintaining a spark of sexual tension. This balance is crucial, because it keeps things exciting and prevents the relationship from becoming stale or predictable. If you're unsure about how to approach someone you're interested in, you might inadvertently push them away. For example, if you immediately put someone in the friend zone, consider this scenario. Imagine you're talking to someone like Ashley, who is undeniably attractive. However, you're unsure about where your relationship could go. You might say something like, "Look, Ashley, you're really cute, but I'm just not sure what I want right now. I don't know if you're the right fit for me or if you're my type." This kind of uncertainty can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, where she might be motivated to prove you wrong. Secondly, learning to say no can actually be beneficial in relationships. If you're familiar with my previous video on how to say no in a way that makes someone want to change your mind, you'll understand the power of a polite, but firm refusal. When you push someone away, it can pique their interest and make them want to win you over. Thirdly, physical touch can be incredibly powerful, though it's important to consider the context and comfort levels of both parties, especially in light of social distancing guidelines. If the situation allows, and you feel comfortable, gently touching someone, particularly in a playful manner like tickling, can release feel-good hormones and create positive associations with you. It also helps to break down barriers and can trigger feelings of excitement and attraction. Finally, you can create physiological butterflies in someone by leveraging emotions like anticipation, anxiety, and fear, which are closely related to excitement. By creating a sense of playful tension, you can enhance the connection and make the experience more memorable. Let's explore some strategies to enhance those natural feelings of attraction in a fun and engaging way. One effective approach is to boost her heart rate through exciting or slightly frightening activities. Imagine taking her on a thrilling roller coaster ride, or navigating a spooky haunted house together. These experiences not only create a shared adventure, but also provide opportunities for physical touch, whether it's offering comfort or simply enjoying the moment side by side. Alternatively, you could opt for a more physically demanding activity like a challenging hike, which naturally elevates the heart rate. This increased heart rate can mimic the sensation of those fluttering romantic butterflies, intensifying the feeling of attraction. That covers our 4th point. Moving on to the 5th point, which revolves around the concept of scarcity, we can introduce a subtle element of competition. It's crucial to approach this with finesse and avoid being overt. The key is to casually mention other women in your life, which, of course, means you should actually have a diverse social circle that includes female friends and acquaintances. You can bring up conversations about your female friends, or mention interactions with female co-workers, perhaps describing how they enjoy spending time with you or even subtly flirt. The goal here is to be incredibly subtle, because women are adept at picking up on nuanced hints, while men often miss them entirely. Your aim is not to be obvious, but to plant a seed of awareness that you are a desirable person in the eyes of other women. This should be done in a way that is respectful and does not make her feel inadequate, emotionally abused, or traumatically insecure. Instead, you want to evoke a slight sense of uncertainty regarding her ability to secure your exclusive attention.